So great. We are live. We are live on YouTube. So let me just give the hosting rights to Luis so that he can just take us through today's presentation. So, Luis, take it away.
All right. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Hope you can hear me. Hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So welcome everyone to this week's Bitcoin 101. Basically, what Lawrence and myself we do, we basically educate and give people overview about the cryptocurrency industry. We're not selling anything. We're not selling any product. We're not recommending any coins or anything. Remember, everything is always you have to do your own research. But for us, we're just giving you an outlook on how the market has been, how it is right now, and what we're expecting for the future. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. So we normally have two sessions whereby we cover a topic, a relevant topic that is good for the, for the month or for the week. Then Lawrence will come in on the second part, just to give you like a brief of what has been happening all across the world in terms of news that happen within the cryptocurrency industry. And then lastly, we have a very brief, actually a brief session on a Q&A whereby you get to ask any question that you may have, or any clarification that you may want us to clarify more, and even suggest topics on what you may want us to cover for the coming next week session. So I'll go right ahead and share my screen. And then just always be taking notes. If you can, because we're always learning a new thing every day. And I'm sure even those who will be watching this recording later, because we have this recording on a YouTube channel. We also have our Telegram channel whereby everybody can be following our daily news updates. So I thought maybe to do a recap of this session that I did last week, and I think it was about about 3 months ago I did something similar to this. 3 months ago, I think I was talking about I was rather defining what is a bull market and what is a bear market. And I think with that, I think it befits today for us to discuss again where are we within the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So we're not going through the basics of that, rather the technicalities of what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrencies are. We believe that but the moment you are in this session, at least you have a little bit of understanding about cryptocurrencies. So jumping right in, Bitcoin, of course, being the first and the most valuable cryptocurrency, of which the crypto market really follows it very much. How Bitcoin moves in terms of price is how all the other cryptocurrencies behave in terms of price. So then we get to ask ourselves, is the bull run over? So I think before that, we need to know what is a bull market and what is a bear market. And I will be coming to that shortly. But just from what you're seeing on your screen, of course, we've been coming from a price of $4,000 to a price of $65,000 within the last almost 1 year and some months. So the current market crash in terms of Bitcoin, what happened a couple of weeks ago, we've seen a correction of more than $29,000 in terms of price. You can imagine something correcting from 65 to around 30. Was it 31 or 28, which is a huge correction. So actually, it is the largest price correction in Bitcoin's history. That is on record. So what especially stood out to me is that was that the reaction that we immediately saw after. Normally, we usually when we see a 20 to 30% drop during a bull market, we see a lot of uncertainty. But with this drop, I think people are still very much optimistic. People are still very much they have high expectations of price going back to where it was, which is actually interesting because it's not like any other market would be. So of course, we have seen a huge increase in retail investors buying more bags, prepping for a continued bull market. If you go to social media, to Twitter, to LinkedIn, to any other channels out there, you realize people are buying, or rather, they keep buying Bitcoin. One company, case point, is MicroStrategy. I think they just bought I think maybe Lawrence could share that on the news. They just bought, I think, a couple of millions dollars worth of Bitcoin just last week. So that tells you that there is a sustained growth, or rather, money coming into the cryptocurrency environment. In this case, Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is what tags along all the other cryptocurrencies. So what is a bear market before we go to a bull market? Because one is the opposite of the other. So one is the opposite of the other. So as you can see over there, while bull markets are fueled by optimism, bear markets, which occur when stocks, usually, even now, cryptocurrencies and securities, because all this is based on the stock market. So it's not any different. So when prices fall 20% or more for a sustained period of time, then you can consider yourself being on a bear market. So let me take that again. When prices fall more than 20% or more for a sustained period of time, then we can consider yourself being in a bear market. So let's go to this site called CoinGecko. CoinGecko is one of the websites that you can actually use to check how the performance of these other all those cryptocurrency, all those the market is behaving, tracking the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the rest. So they usually have a chart that shows you a summary of 1 days, 24 hours, 7 hours, 14 days, 30 days, and that. Let me just zoom that in a bit. I think so it can be a bit clear. Let me just zoom that in. Yeah, so you can see they track the price change movement in 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 1 year. So you can see in 30 days, Bitcoin has done a minus 29.3% to date. So based on just the definition I've just told you right now, when you see a sustained minus 20 to 30% correction, then that qualifies it as a bear market. And the opposite is the same. If the price goes up by 20% or 30% and it is sustained, then that will tell us that we are on a bull market. So I hope that has given you a definition of what we mean. And of course, when the prices go up, which is a bull market, or when the prices go down, that is a bear market, people are either making money or losing money. So it depends on where you choose to which part of the scale you want to lie on. Do you want to be making money or want to be losing money? Of course, it has to come with a lot of experience, a lot of learning, a lot of patience. That's why we have these sessions basically to give you basic understanding, just to get you go around. So going by what I'd copied here, rather pasted here, bulls are generally powered by economic strength, whereas bear market are often occur in periods of economic slowdown, higher unemployment. Yeah, that is basically what it means. When there is a lot of economic slowdown, talk of inflation, talk of debt increase, talk of all the negative side of things within the economy, then usually that comes or rather amounts to a bear market. In the cryptocurrency environment, the same thing. When people are moving their money from cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, Ethereum to invest into other things out of cryptocurrency industry, then that shows that, of course, the market is declining. So instead of wanting to buy into the market, investors want to sell. Usually, that is what happens within the bear market. People are actually they are selling off what they have, because they are overseeing that this market is going down, so they better get out very fast. And that usually gives what you call a snowball effect, whereby with selling, more selling, more selling, and more selling, then that now gets the market down. With bull market, when people buy, of course, the market keeps going up. So that is what that says. So, and of course, you see people are fleeing an asset class, in this case, Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies into a better asset class, maybe into gold, into silver, into stocks, whichever. So that's how normally money usually moves in around the cryptocurrency environment. So hope you now understand. And just from what I've showed you, it tells you we could be in a bear market, but if we'll know that if it is sustained for possibly a month, 2 months, or 3 months, then we'll know basically we are in a bull market. So just going by what I was saying earlier, the minus $29,000 that happened recently, it only happened in 2017. The one time everyone was buying the dip, where that time actually the market corrected minus 85% in 12 months. So you can imagine you have something that is worth $100, and then you have a minus 85%, meaning you'll be having what? From $100, you'll be having 20. Is it 20? No. You'll be having $15 from 100 to $15. So that is purely a bear market, which happened in 2017. So are we going to see the same in the current market? We are yet to see. So of course, what is driving this is because we are seeing some bit of what do you call institutional demand is fading away. Not many companies or big companies they are coming out to say they're buying Bitcoin. Actually, some companies are actually selling their Bitcoins quietly, which I think we saw last week. Probably, I know. Lawrence may share that a while ago, or rather in the coming session. So this is just to give you a summary. This is a particular chart. Let me just expand the view so that it's quite visible to everyone. So that is visible enough. So what I mean, just a minute, I think it has gone over. So remember, if you have any questions, if you have any clarification, remember just to post it on the question on the chat so that we can tackle it. So this just shows you a summary of what you're talking about. From this part, that is from 2015 to 2017, the bull run, meaning the increase in price for Bitcoin, lasted 854 days. 854 days. You can see from here to this point. And that is where now it topped out at I think 19,500 or something dollars. That was in 2017. Then after that, you remember I just mentioned about the 85% correction. This is when it happened. You can see over there. It happened until the beginning of 2019. That is when now it was at the bottom. Then from 2019, this is now the current bull run that we may be in or we may be out of it. It has already taken how many days? I don't know whether it's a coincidence. 854 days from 2019 to date. And that is when Coinbase listed when it was at the top of I think $65,000 for Bitcoin. So are we going to see a similar occurrence? We don't know. We don't know. So at the moment, as per this, there's somebody called CryptoWell that I follow. He does very good analysis, and we actually normally work together. So he says bull market is ending soon. Be careful and don't forget to take profits. You don't want to be holding for 3 years while your coins lose value. So what he says basically is depending on your approach on how you came into the market. Did you come in for the quick gains or the long term? Of course, if you're in for the long term, you wouldn't matter about the dips, because maybe if you are looking at 5 years, 10 years, you have nothing to worry. But if you are coming in just because of the hype, then maybe you need to rethink and relook on your strategy. So as I finished what I was sharing today, Bitcoin, bear market versus bull market. Sometimes it is neither. So neither meaning there's normally a sustained movement of prices laterally, meaning it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, it just go up. It goes horizontally, meaning it doesn't go up or down. But that usually goes for a long period of time. So as I said, as any experienced investor knows, markets are constantly in a flux. And many times it's not due to bear or bull markets. Often small gains and losses offset each other, leading to flattened markets. Additionally, markets may experience more significant changes due to short-term trends. or market corrections that may cause downward movements that to occur. So bull and bear markets occur over a sustained period a sustained period. Over time, the bulls have prevailed as stock market, or rather, in this case now, cryptocurrency has posted positive results. So that basically shows you what I really meant. There's one thing I wanted to show you before I end my session. So this is what I think we also shared some time ago. It's basically they call it the Wall Street cheat sheet. It's like a sheet that we use to basically see how trends is happening. So at the moment we are almost over there where you can see a bull trap. So bull trap meaning people may be put into the situation whereby they will think that the bull market is continuing. Then they buy in big, and then now the market, like now, it's called capitulation, which is now going back to now the minus 85%. Whether this will happen or not, we don't know. Nobody can predict or can know for sure where the markets are heading. But we basically see on a day-to-day movement on how prices are moving. So I think that basically summarizes my topic today, and I hope that was something to give you like just to think about what how the market has been moving for the last 2 months or 3 months, and as long as you are in for the long term, then you shouldn't worry. That is what I usually like to say. So let me see whether there is any question as I send the hosting rights back to Lawrence. So Anthony says sustained period. Is it tied to percentage drop, as drop or growth, or specific time? So sustained period maybe if if these prices of what the 30,000 or something is sustained for 3 months. So that is I think from anything from 1 month onwards I think is a sustained period, or even 1 year. So of course, if you see correction within 1 week, then that doesn't really defines as a sustained period. So the the what you're talking about, or rather maybe what you're seeking clarification is the 20% or the 30% need to be sustained for a certain period of time. That is what I mean. Either the plus 30 or minus 30% has to be sustained for a certain number of time. So I think that does it for me. So Lawrence, let me send the hosting rights back to you. Then we be glad to hear from what has been in the headlines for this week, and also what to expect for the coming week. So thank you very much, and hope to see you soon. Thank you, and bye.
Awesome. Luis, thanks for that brief sharing, whether we are in a bear market or bull market. I think there's a whole lot of people, for Bitcoin maximalists, for them, they believe we are not in a bear market at all. They believe we are in a bull market. And these can be seen from a lot of tweets they're sharing and stuff, and also from the news that I'm going to share with all of you today. You can see people have so much optimistic that Bitcoin will still hit $100,000, and it's just a normal correction that we just had. So let me share my screen so that we can just go straight ahead to the news. And of course, I'll start with the news that made it big and huge the whole of this week. And of course, we saw I think this is the second country. I think Japan, if I'm not wrong, Japan was the first country to take or to state that Bitcoin could be taken as a legal tender. But we saw El Salvador this week. The assembly passed a bill to make Bitcoin a legal tender. And of course, it went through by 64 of the state members. 62 out of 84 voted for Bitcoin to become a law in El Salvador. I think this is one of the biggest news that has been going there. And you can see Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, of course, has laser eyes over there, meaning he believes that Bitcoin will go to $100,000 in the next few months. So, so today, sorry, if you are in sorry, if you're in El Salvador, you can use Bitcoin as a legal tender. And I think this is just the beginning of a lot of stuff that is going to happen. To other news, let's go to Mexico. Sorry. And after the news from El Salvador, Mexico lawmakers aim to follow the example of their neighboring countries with proposed Bitcoin legislation. So it was said that it was Mexico, I think Argentina, El Salvador, around 5 countries that are looking to shift from fiat currency to crypto. So according to this news, we are going to lead the shift to crypto and fintech in Mexico, said one of the senators. So you can see, as people are worried whether we're in a bear market or in a bull market, I think other countries are looking at coming in big in terms of regulating and also adopting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a legal tender. Moving to India, another country that, of course, has been in news the whole of this year, more so banning crypto, again, accepting crypto. And you can see in this week, India is to report ditch Bitcoin ban agenda in favor of asset classification. So in India today, if you own Bitcoin, it will be classified as an asset. It will be classified as an asset. So Indian state officials are reportedly no longer keen on banning Bitcoin, and crypto regulatory bill may be up for discussion during the monsoon session of the parliament. So these are countries that are looking forward to making Bitcoin a legal tender or taking it as an asset. So, and you can see this happening when a lot of people usually say when weak hands are running away from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency because of the correction. There are people who are looking forward to taking advantage of this bear market and getting to the next level in the next few months. So from there, we go to Iran. And you can see here, Iran to legalize crypto as soon as possible, says president. So you can see today I've started with countries where we can see senators, presidents coming and saying it's a high time we looked at Bitcoin from a totally different angle. A few years ago, Bitcoin was seen as as money for criminals, money laundering, all this stuff. But you can see the shift that is happening. And this is why I usually tell people, the minute you'll see countries coming and talking about Bitcoin as a legal tender or legalizing it as an asset and stuff, it will be moving away from the masses to the institutions to banks. But still, we are still, I think we are still very early in crypto space because there's a lot that's going to happen in the next few years. Moving from Iran, we go to Texas. And of course, Texas Senator Ted Cruz comes out as pro-Bitcoin. So US Senator Ted Cruz has come out as a pro-Bitcoin during his recent interview with Fox News host Sean Hannity. So of course, Ted has been one of the guys who's been really like pro-Bitcoin or pro-crypto for quite a while. So you can see even right now, he still thinks Bitcoin has a lot of potential, and you can see from here. He said, I think Bitcoin has a lot of potential. I think we are seeing enormous growth in it. So these are people who, amidst the correction that Bitcoin has had, they are seeing the other positive side of it, of what really Bitcoin can do. And he added, we are seeing inflation, we are seeing lumber going up, homes going up, oil going up, gasoline going up, energy going up, commodities going up. And I think people are going to Bitcoin as hedge against that. So, and this is why I usually say see cryptos as an asset, not as a speculative kind of gamble asset, but look at it from an angle of long term. Even if you're coming here to just learn, think of you becoming an investor more than a trader. Because if you are a trader right now, a lot of them are selling at a loss if they are traders, because of course they don't know whether Bitcoin gonna go deeper. But as an investor, you invest with a goal in mind. And doesn't matter whether it will take you 6 months, it take you 1 year, it will take you 10 years, you have a goal. And this is the difference between a trader and an investor. So basically, going to Norway, and Norway finance minister sees great interest in cryptocurrency, says Bitcoin could see breakthroughs. These are countries that are coming out now boldly and talking positive about Bitcoin. And I think these are the news I would really like to listen to. Not people calling me, telling me Bitcoin has crashed and stuff. Because amidst, I usually said, amidst any correction, that's where you make money, not during a bull run. During a bull run, you don't make money during a bull run. You make money during a correction. So, of course, the finance minister of Norway believes that Bitcoin may experience breakthroughs. He noted that there's no doubt that there's a great interest in cryptocurrency, both in Norway and internationally. And it's good that we are seeing growth and positive news coming from all these states. So, going to Australia, 2/5 of Aussie millennials think crypto investment beat real estate, and this is amazing. Boomers down under are worried about volatility, but millennials are feeling their crypto bugs. You see, there's a correction, but people are even buying cryptos more and more. So this is not the time that you should be panicking, asking whether I should buy or not. The study found that 22% of Australians surveyed believed in investing in cryptocurrencies an easier way to save for a mortgage deposit than storing fiat in a bank account and other traditional saving methods. Nearly 40% of millennials respondents born between early 80s to mid late 90s said crypto assets are sound alternative to buying an investment property. Further, that 1% of Generation X participants, Australians born between mid 60s to early 80s, also believe crypto assets are better investment than real estate, while only 25% of Generation Z responded, those born between late 90s to 2010 echoed this statement. So you can see millennials are the people who are putting a whole lot of faith and a lot of trust in crypto. I think it being more tech kind of investment than any other thing we know. So moving from there, let's go to the former governor of China. Former governor of People's Bank of China says crypto could become useful tool for economy. And this is funny because China just the other day, we all know they were going after miners and stuff. And China, they are known about saying this time and coming back again and talking positive about cryptocurrency. So you should never ever follow any news coming from, I think, this state, China. So from what Louis had said, MicroStrategy, he mentioned this during his presentation, MicroStrategy to pour $400 million more into Bitcoin. So this is one of the biggest company that has bought a lot of Bitcoins. And they have made a lot of money. So they just they are seeking to raise additional 400 million by offering senior secured notes to purchase more Bitcoin. And I think Michael Slayer is just an amazing guy, man. This guy is a Bitcoin maximalist, and he's just on another level. He just takes. He takes Bitcoin so serious. And if you follow him, if you listen to him, you can tell like all his tweets is all about crypto and Bitcoin. He's a Bitcoin maximalist. And this is a gentleman in 2013 who said investing in Bitcoin is like gambling. So you see, everybody has their own U-turn time. Let's move to UNICEF. And UNICEF invests in blockchain startups for financial inclusion. So of course, UNICEF Venture Fund is awarding up to $100,000 to blockchain startups, including India's GovBlocks, in its latest funding round. And you can read more if you want to read more of the other startups that they are working on. We can share these news with you. So UNICEF has been one of the organizations that accepts crypto for donations. It's also good to note that. They started doing this, I think, in 2018, around 2017, 2018. That's when they said, yes, you can give us donations in cryptocurrency. So it's good to see they are also helping crypto startups. Let's go to Amazon. And it's good to know that Amazon job lists seeks DeFi experience. So an Amazon job announcement is looking for a candidate that is passionate about blockchain and decentralized network. So you can see a whole lot of companies are looking forward to using blockchain in their whole in their systems. And this is why I usually also say blockchain cryptos is just like email to internet. Blockchain has so many other use cases that we're going to see in the near future. Moving to Texas, Texas to allow state banks to hodl Bitcoin. But one thing I'll tell you, not your private key, not your Bitcoin. So I don't think you should let banks hold your Bitcoins. You should be your own custodian. So banks with a national charter can already custody crypto according to the OCC. Texas says that is true, and it's state chartered banks as well. So I think these are some of the news that are making me feel more bullish than bearish, because whether we are in a correction downwards with this kind of news, the only thing that can click in my mind that we are in a bull market. We're still in a bull market, not in the bear market. Moving from there, let's see. There's some news over here from a multi-trillion asset management state. Manager State Street launches digital currency division. And for me, that's why if you ask me whether we are in a bear market, I'll say I don't think so. I think this is just a slight correction, if I may say that. I still feel we're still in a bull market, but this is not a financial advice to anybody. This should not make you go buy or invest in anything. Do your own research. So it's good to know this. The second oldest continuously operating US bank, State Street, has launched a division dedicated to cryptocurrency and digital assets. Look at this. More banks are coming on board in terms of crypto adoption and digital assets. So for me, this is why I feel like we are still bullish. We are still bullish. And the news that made my day is at last, this gentleman has been against Bitcoin for so long. And here, there's a time he said investing in Bitcoin is like taking rat poison. And today, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway invest 500 million in digital bank that works with Bitcoin. At last, it was inevitable. I think that's all I can say. So his game, I think the guy could not let it go. I think this is the best news I've seen this week. Because Warren Buffett has always been talking ill about Bitcoin. I think even 2-3 months ago, him and the chairman also said something negative about Bitcoin. But it's good to see they are now coming on board. Moving from there, Coinbase, one of the biggest crypto exchange, second biggest crypto exchange in the whole world. Coinbase partners with 401k, Sorry about, let me just close this. Just 1 second. So Coinbase partners with a 401k advisor to offer crypto investments for retirement accounts. So you can see 4K is one of the pension funds in the US. And you can see, of course, they are looking to do crypto investments for retirement accounts. So I think this is huge. These are news that are making me become more bullish than bearish. And to go to my second last news, hedge fund manager Brevan Howard invest in digital assets. So I think these are some of the things I've been looking forward to see hedge funds moving part of their portfolio to cryptos, and I think on an individual ground, I think more people are bearish, but you can see a lot of companies are bullish. Banks, the firms, institutions. So the firm has begun trading in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin to compete with dozens of other assets in which they invest, according to June 7th SEC disclosure. So for me, I'm still bullish, and I still I think I'll do my laser eyes very soon. I still believe Bitcoin will hit $100,000. So this is another company called Victoria Capital announces plans to enter cryptocurrency market. So for me, I still do believe we are still in bull market. Those are the news I had for this week. And of course, I do feel and believe we're gonna see a whole lot of stuff happening. So let me leave these now to Q&A. Anybody who has a Q&A question before we call it a day? Louis, if I've missed any news, also you can just share. Maybe there's some news you had seen that maybe I had not come across.
No, I think you basically covered most of the important news, but for me, I think the one for Warren Buffett is a very good point. It's a big statement coming from one very conservative guy in terms of cryptocurrencies. But of course, he's doing it indirectly, not directly. But of course, any gains that he will or the company will achieve, it's of course ending up to him. So, what I mean, Warren Buffett is known for his compounding experience. So I think he's like he wouldn't want to sit out of this one for this time. So yeah, I think that was the main one. But of course, anybody would be free to ask any question that you may have, so at least we can answer for you. So yeah, thanks.
So any questions from all our listeners who've joined in today? You can ask any question. You can ask. You can share your sentiments. Maybe something that captured your attention today.
I think there's no one.
Yeah. Okay. If you don't have any question, always remember join our Telegram group for daily news. Also, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go there, watch the previous recordings that we have over there. The other thing I'll also maybe also request is that do your own research if you want to invest in any cryptocurrency. Don't listen to people promoting a certain crypto and stuff. Ask the right questions. Remember, volatility in crypto can make you feel like you're losing, but never. It's called what? Don't buy. Buy the rumors, sell the news. How does that go?
That's right.
Yes, buy the rumors, sell the news. I think there's another quote I sent you the other day, Louis. Let me see whether I'll get it. There's this gentleman who shared something, and I was like, it's interesting. Let me see whether I can see that.
Oh yeah, maybe as you look for it, I think
Yes.
I think people are maybe are wondering where Elon Musk is. I think Elon
Yeah.
Musk. I think he's gone for. He's decided to take it easy. I think he says he wants to work with Ethereum to develop Dogecoin better. So that is where he is right now.
Yeah. I think the guy is just I don't know. So I found the quote, and there's this guy. He said, "Accumulate the fear and sell the greed.
Oh yes, yes, yeah,
Accumulate the fear and sell the greed." And I think this also the quote, like Warren Buffett says, "Be fearful when they are greedy, and be greedy when they are fearful."
yeah.
When it comes to investments. So during a bull market, that's when you should be almost exiting. But when people are running away, that's when you should be loading your bags. I think that's what I'll leave you today. Accumulate the fear, sell the greed. That's what I'll leave with you today. So God bless you all. Have a great weekend ahead. Let's meet again next week on Saturday, God willing. May you be blessed. God bless your businesses. God bless your families. Louis, parting shot.
Well, me, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Have a good one.